Welcome back, Brush Monkeys. This week we are starting off with a pair of Plague Doctors, Sister Hazel and Brother Lazarus. And this week we're starting with Sister Hazel here. And you can see I've got her primed. She's still zenithal primed, but she's primed quite a bit brighter than I normally prime. Like I didn't use the black on this, I just used the gray and the white. And that's because I'm going to be patterning these Plague Doctors after a comic strip in Mad Magazine called Spy vs. Spy that was started by Antonio Prohías back in the late 60s, early 70s, and is currently being written by Peter Cooper. But it's about a white spy and a black spy that are constantly at odds with each other and constantly trying to off each other through various booby traps and machinations and that kind of thing. That's all. It's kind of a funny little strip. It's a parody of the ideologies of the Cold War, but I thought it'd be funny to paint these little miniatures, these little Plague Doctors, because they kind of look like the characters. I can boot up a picture of them. Here's a couple of people cosplaying as the characters in Spy vs. Spy. So you can see with that long beak, it kind of looks like the masks on there. So I decided Sister Hazel here is going to be the white spy, and Brother Lazarus next week is going to be the black spy. So I've got all these shades of gray and everything laid out to do her robes in, and I think this is going to be a lot of fun. So let's go ahead and get started, all right? Alright, we're back, and I'm already learning a couple things about this model. One, it's going to be a really fast paint because I've already made a ton of progress on it. I've only used 2 colors. And 2, this is going to be one of those kind of models where I use the same color on a lot of different places, but it gets different effects depending on what the undercoat is. And that color is the Apothecary White. I painted Apothecary White on the hood, which was mostly white, but had a little bit of blue shading, you can see on the side and over here, kind of blue-gray. That was the base color that I did everything in, and then I went over with the white spray. So you can see it shaded the white, and then the cloak was white out to the ends, because you can see where it would have been white from here, but there's some deep blue shading up here. So when I did the Apothecary White over that, it came out looking a little different. And then the under tunic, sleeves, and this part here, and the collar around the mask, I did with Reaper Master Series Misty Gray. This is my replacement for Ulthuan Gray, since I'm replacing all my Citadel paints. The Ulthuan Gray ran out, so that's my go-to base for white, because it's a nice, smooth, cool gray, and it helps the white kind of pop. And that's what I use for the under tunic. And then, of course, you can see with Ulthuan Gray, or with the Apothecary White over the top of it, you get a very different color of white from the cloak to the under tunic. And that's still wet, so I'm going to let that dry. And then for the other two, for the under tunic and for the vest, the doublet here, you can see just a little bit of cap sleeves on the end there. The doublet, I believe, is going to be Vallejo Heavy Blue Gray, and then that underskirt is going to be Scale 75 Fantasy Games Miskatonic Gray, which is kind of it's a little bit of a warmer gray, almost kind of a purplish gray, but I think that's going to look really good. And then, of course, the mask is going to be ivory with steel goggles. And then I'm going to use, with the metallic, Warpaint's metallic colors set, I got this great, it's an effect paint. It's called Fairy Dust, and it's essentially a metallic medium that you can mix with any other color and make it metallic. But by itself, it's a really nice kind of clear metallic color. So I'm going to use that on the globes and hopefully get kind of a clear glass effect from it. I'm going to paint it on there, and then I'm going to paint Tesseract Glow in the globes for the fluid, and then I'm going to paint the Fairy Dust over the top of it again to kind of, give that feeling of depth that the Fairy Dust is inside the thing. And then the dagger is going to be Basilicanum Gray with a Decron dry brush over the top of it. And I think overall she's going to get a dry brush like on top of everything still get the dry brush of Praxeti white, and I think that's going to tie everything together and kind of give some texture to those different colors of gray. I think that's gonna look really good. Haven't decided what I'm going to do with her gloves yet. It says apothecary white on the gloves, but I think I'm going to do something else. I think I'm going to get a gray for the gloves and boots. Let's see how that works out. All right. So I'm going to take a break and let that dry, and then we'll come back and make some more progress on her. All right. See you soon. All right. I've made a little more progress on our guy here. I did the gloves, boots, belt pouch, and scabbard here in, I decided to use Stonewall gray because I thought it was a nice kind of tan gray, and it would make that sort of white leather look. And it didn't quite turn out the way I'd hoped. It looked a little flat. Wasn't a whole lot of shading in between the fingers and whatnot. So I went over it with a little bit of Griff Charger gray, which is normally really kind of thin and doesn't add a whole lot of color to it. But it added a nice little kind of grayish green to the leathers. So I'm going to wait for that to dry and then go back over with another layer of the Stonewall gray. And hopefully that'll give it just that little bit of shade to bring out the detail, but still look kind of like white dyed leather kind of thing that I was going for. Also painted the mask with the ivory, so it's looking pretty good. Making that just a little bit of apothecary white shade, just to bring out those little details along the stitches along the side. Kind of look like teeth, and so I want those to stand out. But again, it's going to be, you know, apothecary white on yet another different background to make it look right. And like I said, the entire thing is going to get a dry brush of Praxeti white anyway, just to kind of tie everything together. So it's going to look okay. But yeah, I'm at the point of the process right now where it's like, okay, this kind of looks like garbage, but trust the process because it's getting there. I still need to do the doublet and the underskirt, but I need to wait for that. I need to wait for that Griff Charger gray to dry. So I'm going to take a little break and let that dry, and then we'll come back and do some more. All right, see you soon. Bye. All right, made some more progress here, and as you can see, I've done the doublet and the underskirt, and they both look like they're done with the same color, even though they're two different colors. I did a thin wash of the Griff Charger gray over both of them, and I'll highlight them both again with their original colors. Did the same with the ivory over the front, over the mask here, and then I took the fairy dust metallic medium and kind of glazed it over the globes, so you can see it's a very subtle effect, but it's still kind of effective. I really like how it looks. And so I did the same thing on his lenses here. It's a little less obvious on the lenses. Let me see if I can get some more on there. It's a little weird because it's such a transparent metallic glaze that I almost can't see it on the wet palette either. So I'm never quite sure if I got any on the brush, but there we go. There we are. Says that. And I did the metallics on the belt buckle and the top of his scabbard and the hilt of his dagger there. I've not done the dry brushing on the dagger. So I'm going to let the Griff Charger gray thin wash dry, and then I'm going to go layer in those original colors again. Just a little bit, and then I'll do the dry brush, and then we'll do the globes. So I got to do the Tesseract glow on the globes. I think I may do the dry brush overall first, and then we'll come back and do the globes, just so if I accidentally hit one of the globes with the dry brush, it doesn't screw up the effect I got going on there. So she's coming along pretty nicely. I really like how she's turning out so far. So I'm going to let that dry, and then I'll come back and make some more progress. See you soon. Bye. Alright, made some more progress on our guy here. I got the greens painted on the bottles there, including the one in his hand. So yeah, they're looking pretty good. I got the Necron compound dry brushed on the dagger too, so he's all metaled up. And I got the white dry brushed everywhere. You can see that ties in all those colors quite a bit better. And yet still offers some shade wash on, or shading on almost all of them. So it looks really fantastic. I'm really happy with how this guy's coming out, or this girl's coming out. I'm going to do, I still have 2 more layers I'm going to glaze of the fairy dust over the top of the greens once the green dries, just to give it that kind of metallic sheen to make it look like the green is in the bottle and not on the bottle like it does now. But yeah, I'm really happy with how it's coming out. And so there's just the glaze on the glass to do, and then do the base. And the base is going to be Dark Angel green over the whole texture there, and then Niblet green dry brush. Hopefully I don't fuck up the whites on the bottom while I'm doing the greens. And then dark green base band, you know, typical. The bases for both of these, white spy and black spy, are both going to be the same. So just telling you now what I'm going to do with those. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with how this is coming out. It looks a little washed on camera, but you know, white's like that, it'll reflect a little more light. Hopefully it'll look better when I actually play it back. So I'm pretty happy with it. So I'm going to pause here and let that green dry, and then we'll come back and glaze the glass, and I think the next time you see her, she'll be completely done. All right, see you soon. Bye. Alright, brush monkeys, there's our finished Sister Hazel as the white spy. I think she came out really good. I'm really liking all the different colors and shades of white in her outfit. I think that really looks nice. Came out so much better than I thought it would. And I like how the globes turned out. Overall, this is a really quick project, but it looks really good. And I'm really happy with it. So next week we're going to start in on Brother Lazarus as the Black Spy. And I think that's going to be probably equally quick and, I don't want to say quick and dirty, but yeah, pretty quick paint job. So thanks for watching, and I will see you guys next week. Bye. Hey Brush Monkeys, Tom here. If you like what you see, click like down below. I think it's over on that side. If you want to be notified when new videos come out, click subscribe. New videos post mostly on Fridays. The regularly scheduled ones post on Fridays, but you know, if something comes up, I'll post something anytime. So go check that out. Click like, click subscribe. Both of those help with my YouTube numbers. If you want to rock some of the Fly Monkey merch, like a t-shirt, long sleeve t-shirt, sweatshirt, hoodies, masks, whatever, go check out our merch store at storefrontier.com/FlyMonkeyStudios. If you want to support me in other ways, there's my Amazon wish list. Feel free to check that out. Check out our Instagram, Twitter, Tumblr, and Facebook accounts. And thanks for watching. I'll see you guys later. Bye.